All right, all right. Welcome everybody. Joe Bernstein here. Welcome to Coffee with Paul and Joe. What's going on, Paul?
Good, man. How you doing?
I'm going to be honest. I hate admitting this. I feel a little tired and scattered.
Thank you.
Um, I hate admitting that, Paul. I'm a coach, man, and I'm like a healer, and I'm like a transformational agent, and I've taken so much of my identity and value and like my ability to bring power to the situation and have energy and be able
hmm
to manage my states. But I'm working on this thing in life where I'm trying to manage states less and try and be in states more, even if I don't love them.
Hmm.
So that's my honest experience right now. I don't like admitting to you or on Facebook or YouTube that I feel a little tired and scattered. How are you?
Uh, I'm feeling a lot of gratitude right now from your truth, and I would say I'm more scattered. I woke up early this morning, like I really woke up probably around a little after 3 and got out of bed probably 3:30.
Mm-hmm.
My my body clock is off. I feel off,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm riding the tide. Yeah, that's where I'm at, man. That's how I'm feeling. Scattered.
Great. Yeah.
Yep.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you. I hope that we can bring that authentic taste to peeps who are checking this out instead
Yeah.
of always acting like everything's perfect. Right.
Mm.
So today we're talking about speed. And I truly believe that learning to slow down saved my life. But we live in a world where everything is influencing us to do more and to move faster and to progress quicker and to produce quicker and more. And it's a real cosmic challenge. I was at this training, as I told you, this weekend about healing from internalized whiteness, or what I believe the teacher is going to begin to change it just to calling it healing from assimilation, because it's relevant to every group, no matter what color or ethnicity or culture we're in. But one of the things that this teacher mentioned was when people have urgency around the work to change the world, climate change, race, gender, all the things happening right now with trying to create equity and justice in the world, that she has this saying that we don't have the time to move fast. And it resonated in every cell of my body, because I also believe in speeding up by slowing down. So that's what I want to check in with today. And just hearing those two, I don't know if they're quotes or if they're just little like concepts around speed that are very counterculture, counter mainstream.
Yeah.
What comes up for you, man?
Well, this is the second time that I heard what she said.
Yeah.
In the context that you put it in, or the context I heard it in, it makes complete sense, because going for those things that are of conscious or elevated change, draw on a different type of energy that's different than physical. So with that, it's imperative to slow down. Otherwise, we're missing the integrations. We're missing the learning. We're missing the field. We may fail to grasp the weight or the importance of what we're doing and what's happening.
Right.
So that piece, like just hearing it, because the first time you said it, I was like, wow, that's pretty deep. And then when you just said it, I was like, damn. Ooh, wow, yeah, that really hits, man. Like, so what when you first heard it, because you said it resonated with you, like what, and you said it was because the speed in our culture,
right?
Like, was there another layer there for you that was just like, oh, wow, what was that piece that really resonated, that got to you, that really went through your whole body on that?
So, I'll give you my personal experience, right? So one of the things that happened for me in 2013 when I started to really transform my inner and outer world was I recognized that I was living in a lot of fear and anxiety. And not only that, but I realized for the first time that I have a very sensitive nervous system. Maybe we all do, but I am just impacted by it. So one of the things that really changed my life was doing this course, this online course called Fierce Relaxation for Men. And it was about the nervous system. It was about how to actually slow down our thinking, our monkey mind, but also how to relax the body and how to learn to start to meditate. And one of the most profound things for me was to start to learn to do things slowly. So cook slowly or walk slowly. Like, slow walks is like some of the best medicine in the world. Drive more slowly. Just like allow the nervous system to be in its natural state. Yes. And it really shifted so much because if my body is calm, my mind is more in its executive functioning and it's able to make better decisions, and it creates less stories that are false, that are based in fear. So that's one slice of it. And then then my life was saved a second time by the work of the Institute for Psychology of Eating, because I had gotten under 200 pounds, but I was very quickly either moving towards going back or moving towards like toxic orthorexia and over exercise, right? I was going to like do one extreme or the other, but I found this Institute for Psychology of Eating and I got my coaching training there. And the whole basis of that is we speed up by slowing down. That if we want to create sustainable change in our relationship with food and body, it can't be in a 90-day exercise program. It can't be in a 30-day cleanse. It can't be something that we expect to find the simple 12 steps for. It's a long-term process of returning to the body and the spirit and healing old wounds, because we tend to soothe when we're hurting. And the easiest way to soothe is with food. So a lot of that is just science. The body absorbs and assimilates nutrition better when we're in a state of relaxation. Digestion is better in a state of relaxation. We actually enjoy more food. We enjoy more pleasure from food or anything really. Walks, music, sex, whatever. Anything sensual, we experience more of it when we're slow. So you need to eat less and you enjoy more and you get more satisfied. So a lot of that work and stuff I've done with clients who are struggling with food and weight is like slowing down, becoming mindful, and it transforms their lives. And people actually lose weight. People actually get over their stuff they've been dealing with for 2 decades because of this flip in the script, So that's why, that's what, and then the last thing is just like work stuff. When you're trying to do something quickly, especially in a group, mistakes are made, things are overlooked, communication is missed, and you got to redo stuff over and over again when you're trying to go fast. You're trying to create fast. You're always going back, right? So there's so many, like on all these levels, speed kills, and slowness is a great way to actually heal and to actually get more done because we're slow.
It's wow. I'm just drawing these connections and dots right now.
Now, this is a topic I've thought a lot about.
Yeah.
A lot of work through. So, you got to take a breath, slow down, figure out how it's hitting you, man. I give you permission.
Yeah. Well, thank you. I find that it's, going fast it can be perceived as a threat to our reptilian brain. It's especially when you talk about the eating, when you talk about work, when you talk about when you were just running down how that speed and like transitioning from just this fast pace into something slower and how that's really picking things up. I'm thinking, especially as our bodies take in all these different senses, when we're just rushing through something, there's an opportunity. The brain will perceive it as there's more opportunities for threats. Yeah. Because if we're looking at things and we don't take the time to really process what's happening, we leave our amygdala up to interpret amygdala. I think it's the limbic system to interpret all these potential threats. Whereas if we're slowing down, now we can be like, oh, wow, that food and the collection of flavors in that bite I just took. Wow, that is amazing.
Right.
Even bringing it to that slow to eat something, that's the ability to be slow to eat something. Now our organs even process it better. It's like, so physically to slow down is the only way. It's just amazing that in our culture, though, we practice the exact opposite. So my conspiracy theorist is thinking is like, is that the grand design? Barry, is that the grand design to keep us in a mode of speed, to keep us in this place of dis-ease? You know, like, because I mean, if you think about it, everything is like, hey, do something faster, more convenient, blah blah blah.
Right.
Everything is that right now. Or I'm not gonna say everything. That's absolute. A majority of things are like that right now in our culture. Majority. That's why mindfulness and meditation is however people perceive that is so big right now, because it's this opportunity to slow down, to really, hey, what the heck is going on right now? Oh, is that a bird outside? What kind of bird is that? I don't know.
Yeah. Well, we noticed something. You know, maybe it's a grand design, but I don't know if it's like two, diabolical bearded white dudes somewhere going like, how do we design this shit to fuck with everyone? But I do believe we get into systems. We've created systems that we thought would be better for humanity that really aren't. This, I mean, like human progress on a grand scale, on a species, on a global level, can work a lot like individual human progress. You ever gone down the wrong path towards something that you're trying to transform or change about you, and then realized, damn, that wasn't right, and had to go back and restart, and then you found the way that was going to heal and the way that was going to work for you?
Yeah, you go back, you said?
Yeah, where like you try something.
Yeah.
It's not working.
Right.
So stuff starts to break down, and you go, all right, what's a new plan? What's a new path, right?
Right.
So the way I see it, like human evolution, we tried some structures and systems that have led us towards dividing everything up and being self-sufficient. So we all have to work extra hard to create. And we're seeing a shift back. So here's, to me, the signs that we're seeing a shift back to a slower, more mindful world.
Okay.
The resurgence of mindfulness. The popularity in the Western world of Buddhism. The huge success of yoga. Sure, a lot of yoga out there is kind of just like an exercise class, but at the end of the day, it's still deeply based on a message of slowing down, feeling, connecting with the body, connecting with the breath. Even like if you're doing Bikram or something, it's not like a boot camp exercise. It's getting in tune again. Then you have things like, I live in the middle of the city, and what's more popular than a $13 artisanal drink that takes the bartender like 7 minutes to make, because they're going and they're like milking a cow, and then they have to like actually warm up the cardamom bead with their hands, and they're splitting it and they're shaving the orange peel on top. Everything's returning to a slowness and a higher quality. Same with a lot of our food. It's returning to like small production, artisanal production. These are actually like an in-breath, or maybe it's an out-breath, I don't know. Probably an in-breath of our culture going, hold on, we've sped up and we're not producing quality anymore. People want quality. People want to slow down. People want to change. So we're seeing all these fringe elements, but where we're not seeing the change yet is in like our economic culture, in our work culture, in our parenting culture, in our achievement culture, in like our school systems. We're not seeing the slowdown in the main core of where we're at,
Well, no, I don't. What do you mean like the main core? Because before you were saying that like you're seeing the resurgence of the slowdown with mindfulness and yoga and things like that. But now you're saying that the mainstay.
Yeah.
Like, and I just want to make sure I'm hearing you. The mainstay, for example, education, the work environment is not embracing that. Is that what you're saying? Is that what I'm hearing you say here?
Right.
Okay.
So think about all the things I mentioned. These are electives that people are spending their free time and money on. You know,
right.
People with access to income, people with privilege. It's like we keep putting meditation retreats. You know, like $1,000 meditation retreats. Dude. Going to the spa, going to an all-inclusive getaway on the beach. It's like, where do we spend our extra income and our extra time? Slowing the fuck down and spending time and money on things that are created more slowly so they're higher quality. So that's what I mean. Like, we obviously want it.
Right.
But you don't see many employers going, hey, you know, we got some health issues amongst our company here.
Right. Because
so
that doesn't.
Why don't we ask them to do less?
That doesn't matter.
Right.
Like, that's the thing. That's what I'm saying. Like, and I hear where you're coming from. There is this uptick, or there's this resurgence of like the Buddhism and yoga and meditation, mindfulness, and that's in our sphere. Like, one of the things I'm doing my best to look from the mass perspective's eyes. So when I'm saying, okay, hey, look, okay, yeah, yoga's gaining popularity, and in reality, we're still not over the 50% marker as far as integration of our whole population.
Oh gosh,
there's still on the whole, there's still this concept of faster is better. Yes. I mean, think about, that's what I'm saying. It's not like, now I get what you're saying. Like, you know, there's not two guys with white hair. Like, there may be though. But there's this, and it's probably more than that. But what I'm saying is the overall environment is in an effort, which you mentioned, in an effort for us to be more efficient. There is the gift and the curse of the tool. So it's like, okay, hey, listen, we want to be more efficient, so we're going to build this wheel. Okay, great. Now, okay, great. We got this wheel. Now we can roll the crops. Now we can also roll down the hill and kill ourselves. Okay, because this thing is fast. Oh, now guess what? This breeds invention of something else. Because that stems into what you were saying as far as, well, look, man, we ran and did something, and then we realized coming back we have to do something else, i.e., we need some brakes for these wheels. Right?
Right.
Then it's like, oh, because what? We have to slow down. As fast as we're going forward is just as fast as we may need to slow down at times.
There you go.
That's the thing where I feel like there's the balance that we're not being taught. Like, even like when we first taught this, when we first checked in, it's like, how you feeling? Well, I'm tired, man. You know, I'm a little. I feel like what you're really saying was you're lower energy than usual. I didn't really feel the sense of tired. It's for lower energy. I'm scattered. My sense is that both of us are going through. I'm going to speak for myself. My thing is, I'm learning to slow down right now, because like all these things, like, okay, pick up. Now it's like, okay, I got to settle back and look at the harvest.
Right.
There's got to be this balance, because now, if you think about even the speed concept from a farming perspective, right? Something that's since the dawn of time. Okay, if I'm going to plant the seeds, great. Now it's like, I'm not going to go out, plant the seeds, and then the next day try to get some lettuce and peppers.
Right.
Like, no, I got to take time, water it.
Yeah.
Then I gotta watch it, I gotta maintain it, I gotta fertilize, I gotta do this. I gotta take my time and watch this thing come along. And my sense is that in this culture, you know, we get sold like we have to do more with less, or we gotta do this. And in reality, that's a bunch of bullshit.
Right.
That's a bunch of bullshit, because really what's happening is this creation, in an effort to innovate and evolve, is creating an environment that's creating more stress and toxicity. Because there's not that thing of like, hey, listen, hey, look, can you imagine if something came out Like, yo, man, as much as you're hustling harder, make sure you get that rest. Make sure you get that rest. Hey, did you put in a 14-hour day? Okay, then get 14 hours of sleep. What? Hell no, man. I got to be up.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, body's going to shut down eventually.
Yeah.
It happens. If think about it, right? It happens with, because, I love relating it to the physical body and something like the tangible.
Mm-hmm.
So think about the body. If I'm doing something, like if I'm not stretching something out, I keep doing, all of a sudden, like I keep doing, I'm not paying attention. Like, ooh, there's not this thing. Something's wrong with my arm. Eventually, what happens is I get an injury and I have to rest anyway. So, well, not doing anything now. Body was like, yo, listen, you're trying to go too fast, man. You gotta slow your butt down. So what do people do, man? So like, we're talking about this here. So what's the takeaway here? Is it that people learn to balance, people learn to figure out how to take that rest and recovery? Like, what do you see this as here? What can we give the people?
Yeah. So the truth is, it's what you said. We do need some balance. Speed itself is not the enemy. Speed can be a great thing. Like you talked about, the human invention of the wheel, bicycles, cars, transportation, the ability to move things along faster. Progress via technology is not necessarily bad.
Right.
But progress via technology, when we all of a sudden start treating humans like the machines we've created, I don't like to say good and bad, but I'm going to say that's bad. It's not good.
You have a winner.
It doesn't feel good, and it doesn't seem to be coming up with good results in our cultures, in our healthy people, or lack thereof healthy people. So it really is learning to slow down. But here's the thing, we're not going to do the slowing down until we change our belief about the world and about ourselves, right?
Speak it.
So we have to learn that we are enough and we have enough. And if we don't have enough, because a lot of people don't, because I'm standing here as a guy with a lot of privilege who's always had enough. If we don't have enough, the world around you has enough. If we learn to ask for and get support and help, there's enough amongst connections of people in the world. Right? So like knowing that moving faster isn't necessarily going to create more or better.
Right.
It'll just make us think we're doing more or better. And then it'll sideline us with illnesses or huge crises, quarter life, midlife crises, Right. So we have to start believing that we're enough, that we have enough, that we can create enough. And we have to stop believing that the world is going to kick us out if we slow down. Right? So like, if I do a little less at my job, maybe it's a conversation with the boss and say, hey, I've been having this like weird fear that I'm not doing enough. What is your opinion? What's your belief? Tell me the truth. What do you think? We're always creating stories that people want more out of us. And those stories aren't always true.
Yeah.
People want well-being for each other. And it's a co-creative situation. Maybe your boss says, look, I have been worried about your production, but it's because, I'm under the gun too. Like, so you go, okay, what can we do about this? How can we make a shift happen? How can we help each other? We just silo ourselves. We don't ask for help. We don't slow down. We're afraid of what will happen. No, that's on one end. That's just believing we can slow down. Believing that better quality results come from doing things with more intention and consciousness and mindfulness and slowness. Now, what can we actually do? I literally would prescribe practicing like walking slower, talking slower, taking time to do nothing every once in a while, even if it's 10 minutes. Eating slower, dude. Ooh, eating slower is so hard.
Yeah.
But it's a real beautiful gift.
So I'm going to offer something to the people that I think is, because those are really great options. The option I find worked the best as far as really not only learning to slow down, also the impact of slowing down. Drive 5 miles per hour above or below the speed limit. Drive 5 miles per hour above or below the speed limit. And just observe.
Right.
You don't have to do anything else. Just observe what's going on for yourself and what goes on around you. Because I think that's one of the things that really brings out what you were saying. It's okay to slow down. And then you notice what's happening around you. Yeah, that's good stuff, man. Sorry to jump in, but I'll wait.
No, it's all good. I mean, we just have to start. We have to also probably, if you're like me, you're busy, you have to just start blocking time on your calendar. It's like make it slow time or down time or nothing time or breathing time or, like book a day. If you got kids, ask a friend, ask your partner, hey, can I get a day? Like, can you hook it up for a day? And then go and relax. We idealize the 10 days a year that we can go to the beach or the lake or the resort. It's like, yeah, I'm feeling you in that. That's good shit.
Right.
And isn't that a sign that you need that? I'm spending $5,000 to go to a resort. Isn't that a sign that you need that in your life more than just 2 weeks a year or something like?
Right.
So let's just create some retreat. Create calm in your spaces. Like take the time to actually Marie Kondo your shit and declutter. Like that slows down our mind. We don't have to process so much information. So I mean, we could probably write books on this, but like that's it. I'm telling you right now, one of the most healing things. You know what? I'm gonna blow off something I've assigned myself today, and I'm gonna go on a walk. I'm gonna go on like a slow walk, or maybe I've just been getting back on the bike. I might do like a slow bike ride, just like get into the park and just be slow with it, and just enjoy. Because a slow walk in the woods, I can't even go into how healing and powerful that is.
It can be.
Yeah,
it definitely can be. For me, my thing is, my takeaway would be actually 2 things. First, look at the pros and cons of speeding up and slow it down for you, because there's a benefit to both. Neither one's good or bad. They just are. So look at what's the benefit. Hey, like, okay, what's the benefit of me speeding up? Okay, I get more done. What's the benefit of me slowing down? And if you say that there's no benefit, you're shitting yourself. You're fooling yourself, man. Cut the crap and really get real. What's the benefit and what's the pros and cons of speeding up and slowing down? And then the second piece is, what does speeding up and slowing down look like for you? What does it look like for you? Like, okay, if I speed up, that means this. Because if we don't know what's happening, we're not going to know how to really move forward, man. We're not. Like, I'm in this process right now. I'm putting together, I'm putting the finishing touches onto my Rising to Your King program.
Right.
And I have a part of it called Living in the SA Squared. Living in self-awareness and living in self-acceptance. Being aware of where you are and who you are, and then accepting all of it. Accepting all of it. Being the SA Squared. Know what's happening. Know what these things are for you. Because that's what it comes down to. And that's how you're going to really know when you're speeding up, you're going to get the most benefit. And when you slow down, you're going to get the most benefit. So that's the tips for me. And we can wrap up. Let's got some other pieces, man. But we got some good ones today. I feel more energy.
Good. Yeah, I think we have enough for now. Yeah, I think we're enough for now.
Yeah, man.
And I'm noticing in this moment, my tendency is like, let me just squeeze a bunch of more juice in at the end, and that's not necessarily honoring the topic and the advice that I think we both connected into.
Yeah, man. There it is, brother.
So I think we've done enough, and people will slow down at their own pace.
Blessings, brethren. As we learn and integrate, we teach and guide. Yes,
that's right.
All right, blessings, man. As always, you guys know how to find us. We're going to have our contact information at the end. We are here and available for you. So reach out to us. How can we support you? How can we help? We have programs and services available that are here to assist you and get you to that next level. Tap in, stay tuned.
Right.
Last word, Joe?
Last word, yeah. I mean, here's the deal. Let's just make it clear. It's like you work with Paul or I. It's not so you can be less and do less. It's actually so you can create and be more. And one of the strategies might be to slow down.
There it is. Be well, everybody. Slow. And the words of Brand Nubian. Slow down.
There you go.
All right, everybody. Be good.
All righty. Thank you.
Peace.